Here is we're going to construct, like you said, the sacred hoop. And the sacred hoop of life is just that. There is no beginning and there is no end to this hoop. First things that we want to do, and I'm going to have Swamp Rat do this, he's going to have to tie this off because it's kind of small. So while he's tying that off, I'm going to show you one that is already pretty much in process to do this. Now we're going to get some close-up shots of this a little later so you can actually see how we actually make this web on the inside. But the web on the inside, you can actually attach beads to this. And you see on the inside of these beads, I have red, white, black, and yellow. Now this is very important that these beads have to be on your Dreamcatcher somewhere because this represents the 4 races of mankind. It represents it pretty much in order. The red man, because we were here first. We ran into the African man, the yellow man, the Asian, and of course the white man. So all of these 4 beads on here are going to represent the 4 races of mankind. And it lets you know that we're in the circle of life that we live in, that we're all related, that there is no separation between us. So that's the reason that we have these on here. Now the feathers that we had found earlier, these feathers right here can be attached anywhere on the Dreamcatcher. They can be slid on the inside of the Dreamcatcher. And this is really up to your discretion on where you want to attach your feathers at. We're going to actually have some kind of leather here that we had brought down earlier. We cut off pieces of small pieces of deer, elk, whatever you want as long as it's natural materials, and this is what we're going to use to tie the Dreamcatcher up with. Now the spider web in the center, this is very important. The spider web is the one that gave up its web in order to catch these dreams that Swamp Rat had mentioned earlier. The circle in the center, this starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and we're going to demonstrate the web part. But when these hang up in the trees, the evil spirits or the bad spirits that come through, they're going to be caught up in the web, and they're the only ones that are going to know the way to get to the center. And the center, when we finish, is going to be a small little hole in the center of this Dreamcatcher. So you see that people that swim in the ocean and the shells that we had collected earlier, pick these up around the waterways, around the beaches, the oceans. We can attach shells to the Dreamcatchers as well. You tie these up into the Dreamcatcher. And this is going to represent the small people who creep and crawl and live in the ocean. So that everything that moves upon Mother Earth gave up a part of itself in order to make what we are traditionally known as the Dreamcatcher. Now Swamp Rat, you've already tied that part off there, and this is the beginning of the Dreamcatcher. It should pretty much look at this stage here, and then we're going to start moving it around so we actually start capturing the web. So we have the deer hide, which comes from the 4-legged people. We have the feathers that come from the bird people. We have shells on there that come from the people that swim in the ocean. We have sweetgrass on here, and the sweetgrass is put on there because it's the plant life, so the plant people. So now you start to see as we make this Dreamcatcher, everything that creeps and crawls and moves upon the land gave up a part of themselves for this Dreamcatcher so that you and I would have pleasant dreams at nighttime. Now, it goes a little deeper in the native philosophy. Is there such a thing as a good dream or a bad dream? Swamp Rat had always given the story about when he's out on a hunt or something like that and something terrible happens to you on the hunt, and all of a sudden he sees an owl or the Dreamcatcher's up or he has a dream of it the next day. Is it a dream? Is the dream a bad one or a good one if it actually saved your life?
If it actually helped you out, it's a good dream. Basically, even your bad dreams can turn out to be a good dream because in some sense it's trying to warn you of something that's going to happen to you in the near future. So unless it's really a nightmare or something like that, all dreams basically are good dreams because they warn you of upcoming danger or harm that may come to you.
So this is the deeper meaning behind this Dreamcatcher. Most people, especially Europeans that come to us and ask us how to make these Dreamcatchers, they want to take away all their bad dreams. And Swamp Rat would tell them, and I will tell them, there really is no such thing as a bad dream. There are only messages that have been sent to you. And messages are like letters from God. And if you don't open them or you don't interpret them, then you miss out on important information that guides you through your life. And if there's one meaning we would have to teach them, that's the meaning, that be conscious of your dreams. Be conscious of the information that has been sent to you.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're going to get started and show you the rest of the hoop. And then when we're done here, we'll show you what the Dreamcatcher looks like when we're finished.
Okay. When you start out with your Dreamcatcher, you have your string here like this. So you bring it over your hoop, then come in behind it, pull it through the hoop, and then pull it down. So you have a layer like this. Then you just do it again until you go all the way around the circle.
And sometimes people would put a certain number of loops around the circle. Some people put 12. Some people put 12 on one side, 12 on the other side. Gives us our 24 hours of the day. Some people put 6 on one side, 6 on the other side. So that gives us 12. You flip it over, you got your other 12. So right. There's a numerology that you play with this. And